Hi everyone. Hi, ciao Marina. And my name is Claudio Masnata, and I'm a former professional cyclist. And currently, I'm marketing and communication manager at Bianchi. And I try to share with you some hopefully interesting insights now during this interview. Thank you.
Claudio, thank you very much for joining us on EX channel. Your professional background is fascinating. Can you explain how did your transition from professional cyclist to marketing manager come to pass? How long did it take to go from one profession to the other? And most importantly, was it easy?
Let's start from the last question. Was it easy? It was not easy at all, but it was fast, the decision. It was not easy because, my dream since when I was a child was to try to be a pro cyclist, and I was lucky enough to fulfill my dream and to be able to race with some of the big names that at the time were my heroes before turning pro. So the life I was having was really interesting. I was traveling the world, but there was a point after a few years where I was not happy with the old conditions, let's say. And exactly in that moment, a great opportunity came to me. So
you have to catch the opportunity, or how did you react?
Well, of course, that's my personality. I like to evaluate everything that comes to me. Even if at the first sight doesn't seem very interesting, but I think you have to consider all the opportunities. And you always have to, I can't say to have a plan B, but try to look to the next step always. And this is what I did, because I kept studying.
You mean always learning, improving your skills?
Yes, yeah, and always also look where the war is going. As a child, my dream was to be a pro cyclist, but I already realized that this is not enough. You cannot be forever. So that's why I always kept studying and learning, and this was really helpful. And this, I have to say, really helped me to make the decision, because in 1 month I decided to stop to be a professional athlete, and I started working, I would say, in the same field, in sport business, but with a completely different position. And this is something that maybe can be of inspiration for other people, that they are in the situation where, because of their decision or because of the external conditions, they have to make a big change in their life. So I would go for that. You have to try to get as much information as possible, but then if you're not happy, then this is something that sooner or later will have an effect on you and the people around you. So many times to make a change is important.
Yeah, I agree. Professional sport preparation requires planning and a lot of training to achieve a goal. Then an accident happens and you have to start all over again. This can also be the case in business. What advice would you give to someone that has to restart from zero?
Yeah, that's probably one of the distinguishing traits of sports. You work basically with your body, but your body is not a machine. So it happens, I think, to every athlete. Even if I was not the champion, was not at all a champion, was really, really, really low level. But no, I really enjoyed it. But I think at every level in the sports, it happens that you work many months for a goal, or to try to be at your best in a race that you want to win, or that you really want to be good at. But then something happens, something bad, like an accident or a crash, and then somehow it destroyed months of preparation. And I can tell you, mentally, it happens also to me. It happened. Mentally is very tough. But what you learn in cycling is that really, as soon as you have the problem, already think about the next step, the next race, the next race, the next year sometimes. Because some riders, when they crash, maybe they have to replan and reconsider completely the calendar. And I think this is something that athletes, they can bring to management. So to be able really to plan again with the same strength and the same motivation.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. And how much does an open, available, and humble approach help in life?
Well, I think especially nowadays where everybody is connected, digitally, but also it's much more easier to travel and to meet people from other countries and other culture. I think it's important to be open, to be friendly and available to people. Not just because of the personal interest, but because I think it helps the environment and it helps the socialization, it's very important in private life, but also in business, because you can.
I completely agree. Right. Okay, Claudio, thank you very much for this inspiring interview. We hope it will help the young executives who follow our channels, and look forward to meeting you soon in Lugano to share other insights with our EX community.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you very much. Marina Bottinelli, EX Lugano.